Hey, what's happening everybody, and welcome back to DabPlay. Today's video is going to be a part 3 of 3 over at Decentral Games' Ice Poker Lounge. So those of you that have seen the previous 2 videos, video number 1 was about trying to get into what was then the Dexed Poker Lounge, but without having a wearable, and looking through to understand what that meant and how we would get one. Video 2 was following up from my sponsor who did delegate me a wearable via Twitter, and then it was looking about the gameplay and how you actually get yourself onto the tables and what the wearable does. And then finally today what we're going to be looking at is what seems to be a really important question for everybody, and that is, can you actually make money from playing Ice Poker Lounge? So I've had my wearable now for about a week and a half. I've played on and off pretty much every day. Some days it was only a matter of about an hour. Other days it was till I got all of my challenges completed. And I had some very good days. I had some absolute rubbish days. And I had days that were kind of in the middle. And yesterday was one of those kind of days. So when you've decided that you're going to come into the game and it's like the day after you've been playing, the first thing you're going to want to do once you've gotten and you've bought your 3,000 chips in, you're going to go over to this see all button next to your player stats, and this is going to take you into your Decentral Games account. And what you can see there, I literally just claimed it before I made the video, probably should have waited, but here it will tell you what your ICE is for yesterday's earnings, and you can claim that and then it will go on to your total. So I suppose really the all important thing is this figure here, and that is after a week and a half's worth of play. So $253, 29 cents. I don't think that's too bad for a week and a half's worth of playing, and like I say, it was on and off. That wasn't sat down between 9 and 5 every day. That was a mixture of, I don't know, sometimes it was maybe up to 3 or 4 hours worth of play. Sometimes it was as little as about an hour that all contributed to it. Obviously, if my wearable was one of the not common ones, it was either uncommon or rare or epic or legendary, I think you get more bonuses, and so your ICE would then be higher. But one of those things that I would say is it's down to, you know, just be thankful that you've even got one, because the amount of people that I've had to help in the last week explaining to them how ICE wearables work has just been an insane amount. But that being said, so you've done your work, you've got yourself some ICE. What do you do with it, I suppose, would be the next question. And that I have found is that you can go into things like the different casinos within Decentraland, where when you go into your balances, you'll see all the different things you've got, whether you've got Dai, Ethereum, ICE or Mana. And what you can do is you can use these as well as your free chips to play at the other casinos. So if you want to do a bit of blackjack or roulette, you can do that. Or the alternative is you can come down here and you can withdraw. So if you go down to your withdraw, it will take you to this thing up here called the Polygon web wallet, which is where the Polygon bridge is, and this is where you're going to go and do your withdrawal. Now what I will say is this is the key here: you'll withdraw into the Ethereum chain. So whilst it looks absolutely fantastic that I'm going to be withdrawing about $250, that's not the case at all, because those of you that know about blockchain, Ethereum is going to charge you a gas fee, and right now they are insanely high. So I tried to withdraw that $250 to see what the gas fee would be, and the gas fee was going to be $160 on top of what I was trying to withdraw. So in fact, actually what I would have made out of it would be minimal, because of the amount that I would have lost. So I think the key to this, if you're thinking about withdrawing some money with this 253, I'm going to leave this until ETH 2.0 comes in, and then I will look at whether or not I can then convert it either to Mana or withdraw it with minimal gas fees. But right now, my advice to you as of December 2021 is don't play this with the intention that you're going to withdraw it tomorrow. If you are, then just be prepared, you're going to be paying a very, very high gas fee for it, because it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Now the second point that I will make about this figure is that ICE at the moment is really quite low. I think it's like 12 cents per ICE token at the moment, but that's because we have had like a massive crypto correction recently, so there is a possibility also that this could go up a significant amount by the time the market corrects itself. So let's go back to Decentraland, and that gives you a bit of an idea of sort of how everything is going to be working in the Ice Poker Lounge. So yeah, I mean, that is a sort of really quick one today about everything that's going on. What I will do though is let me just give you a couple minutes of tips and things that I have found out. So whilst playing this game and going through, one of the things that I've noticed is that when you join tables, make sure that you're at least midway through the chip pool. Don't join at the bottom, and I would say try to avoid tables where you've got somebody who's got like a ridiculous amount of chips. Like if someone's sitting there with 4,000 plus, I'd probably avoid that, because I have found that the guys that have got the big chip amounts, they will just bully you and make big bets to try and get you to fold. So if you're trying to get your quests done, it's really not helpful. The second bit of advice I'd give you is when you start to play, personally, it depends on why you're playing this. If you're playing this to make ice, here's my best advice for you. Go for this one down here. So every hand that you play, be playing to get your final challenge, which is worth 140 ice. And the reason why I say that is because what you'll find is some of these will take a very, very long time to come. I mean, things like seeing the flop, you'll get that because you'll be trying to get your flush anyway. But I've had days where I've got 6 2 pairs within about an hour, and then I've waited another 2 or 3 hours to even get the last one. And by the time I've got the last one and got my 70 ice, my multiplier has dropped so much from having to call so many hands that it offset and it wasn't even worthwhile. So my advice would be is definitely go for this one and try and get your chips up early in the morning, and you could then be sitting around, I would say probably in these top 3 tiers if you're good enough, and that's what I've been doing, is sitting in certainly these top 2 tiers plus your 140 plus your 17 what you get. That's going to be putting you around 300 ice. And then I would say if you are nowhere near getting your middle one, then just abandon it and just take that as your daily winnings and finish up in this sort of area with about 300 ice, because I've certainly found that, you know, luck is not the best with this algorithm. I've seen some absolutely crazy hands that, yes, okay, you might get them in the poker world, but they're far too common in showdowns where I see a full house against 4 of a kind or something. It's not great. But that is poker, so it could be purely down to luck. But that's everything for today. I don't want to take too much of your time. I just wanted to come back and say a big thank you to my sponsor for the wearable. It's been really fun playing with it. If you're happy with my stats, I hope you are. We've been talking by Twitter quite a lot. I hope that that's helpful to you. If you do want to get delegated, that would be my advice, is go to Twitter or Discord. I wouldn't spend your time hanging around in the Poker Lounge asking for people, because there are hundreds of people waiting for delegation. So you really need to come with some evidence of how you've played in the past, whether it's screenshots from something like Party Poker or 888 Casino, whatever you want to play. But you're probably going to want to, I would say, bring a personal story about how long you've played for, bring some evidence of that, and then that will jump you ahead of the queue, rather than just saying I'm really good at poker and hoping that someone delegates you. Anyway, I hope this content's been useful for you today. If it has, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and remember, if you are a new subscriber, head over to Twitter at DabPlay to get your free NFT membership card, and that will entitle you to giveaways, although you must stay subscribed to the channel and you must hold on to that NFT, because everything is linked up, so those automatic airdrops aren't going to get to you if you lose or get rid of one or the other. So, all that being said, take care out there, enjoy the festive period, and I will see you on the next video.